So let's get into it. Look, I want to come on here and just briefly talk about what has been on my mind the last couple weeks and those in that time that I haven't really talked to you guys. Uh, this really has just been something that's been in my head to talk about, and it's really the mindset. Now, look, you guys have probably heard this so many times, and you're like, okay, here goes another mindset seminar, this and that. No, but I really want you to think things to like another level because for the last 3 months, I've been out of high school because I graduated high school early. And it's really, deep to think about how strong your mindset can be if you really put yourself to something. 3 months ago, I was running an Amazon FBA business, made $0 from it. I didn't even open up an account. And I've been wanting to be a business owner since I was 15 years old. Got into the entrepreneurship road. I fell in love with it. I said, look, I want to be a business owner. I don't know what it's going to be in, but it's going to be in a computer somewhere where I can work from wherever I want, how I want. But it was more because I knew that I had to do it for something. I needed a purpose. That's what I tell you guys. Find it. There's something in every single one of us. It's there. What is it? Why are you doing it? There's always that why you're doing it. It's not just, I want to be rich. Of course you want to be rich. Of course you want to be wealthy. But I know there's a why in there. And then I stop and I think to myself, why is there my why? I didn't grow up in poverty. Oh, I mean, it was, we struggled, somewhat when I was little, but my parents were good enough to hide that from me. So I can't use it as an excuse because me as a, self-minded kid, as that kid who was mine, I didn't know. That wasn't in my head. So what is that why? Parents did good. Dad did good. Parents bought me a car for my 15th birthday. What is that why? I really start to think deep into things when I go into this. And it's not even writing it down. It's just really sitting down sometimes, turning off your phone and thinking about it. What is your why? I sat down one day and I said, I found it. My dad is 50 years old. He's a little older. He has arthritis on both of his knees and he works in plumbing and HVAC. I think, okay, my dad works a job that's the only skill he's ever learned his whole life. My dad struggled. My parents are divorced and my dad is struggling. And seeing my dad struggling hurts because I know he's doing every little thing to pull any penny in to live. He lives in an apartment, and with, a lot of people in America, nowadays that the housing is out of this world. The market is crazy. So seeing my dad struggling, it's like, okay, there's one why. But, that's just not enough to act, it's the end of the world. Of course, I want to be there for my dad. But then I think even more deeper. Wait, my dad is eventually going to find a job, a HVAC job, and pays good, and he's going to get back on his feet. But then I start thinking, my dad is running out of time. Of course, he's not old. Life knows where it's at. But he's a healthy man, but for what he does for work, there's only so much longer that he can do that. There's only so much longer he'll be able to carry a furnace down a basement or up. There's only so much time he's going to be able to carry, an air conditioner during the summer and install it because his knees are just going to give out, his back. There's only so much time he can do this. And then that asks me, what are you going to do for your dad? Especially because I love my parents. I'm doing everything for them. Then I come back to my mom. My mom, again, she works in an event space. She does weddings. She does, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's a banquet, the banquet, business. So she's carrying tables. She's carrying food. She's warning all over the place. And recently this year, her lower back started hurting. Her right knee started giving out on her. She comes home and I see my mom not even being able to get out of the car. And my mom is like 46. So to see that my parents are already like that, it makes me think, okay, what are you going to do? Because I either have the choice to go get an HVAC job or go get certified in a job that pays really good blue collar. But then I realize I'm not going to be able to handle it like that. I can't. The prices in this world are out of here. It's crazy how expensive everything is. It's crazy how expensive it is to live. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I have to give my why. And then that's when I thought, that's why I'm starting a business. Because you know what? My parents' time here, they're limited. The kind of job they do, I have an uncle who works in a bank, international service, doing wiring, and he's sitting on a desk. That's amazing because no matter how old he gets, he will be sitting down. My parents are going to give out. Eventually, they're not going to be able to do what they've done for the last 20 years of their life being in here in the United States of America. So it really gives you that why to want to push yourself to that extra instinct to, I need to step up for my parents. Now, I could step up in any other job, but I know that any other job is not going to pay. I just want to start a business because I know that I need to step up and take care of my parents. I need to step up and be there for my parents. That's why I am so dedicated to being a business owner. I mean, of course, the cars, the watches, it's perks of it, but that's not the main point. It's just watching them every single day come home and have that struggle in them. Time is the most important. I don't know how much time they will have left. My mom's back gives out and she cannot work no more. I don't know how we will live. You know what? Although she's a homeowner, she has car payments to make. She has insurance to make, and it hurts not being able to be that kid who can just say, Mom, you know what? I have it for you. Here you go. Relax. So the purpose of this video is really to find your why, because there's a why in there. And it really sucks that it took me 3 years to realize that my parents' time is limited in their profession. And you know what? For a lot of you, it can be, you came from poverty. And a lot of you could be, you're living in it. You're living in a horrible environment. And look, I'm just going to tell you one thing. Start somewhere. That's the only thing. Find what it is. If you want to do e-commerce, do it. Because when you really put your mind to something to that you want to do, you will find it. You will find your purpose in e-commerce. If you want to do Amazon, look, go for it. Do it. I know you guys can, and I know you can, because me as a person who's always been someone who's doubted himself, look, that's just what people do. Watch your environment. Get into it. Learn what you're going to do, and I mean learn. Take action. And look, all I'm going to say is after you watch this, if you stay to the end, I want you to do that now. After this video, go now and find what your profession is going to do. AI, e-commerce, marketing, digital marketing. Learn it, do it, implement. Don't wait any longer, because your time is ticking, and I know your why is there. Look for it, because you will need it, and it's going to be a pushing standard that it's going to help you push to the next level of life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I came on here kind of, jumpy on you, but look, I really want you to think about that. It's been on my head for the last 2 weeks, and I'll see you guys for the next one.